Yes. I was saying we can. I wanted to go online live.
Sorry, I was not able to hear you. Like you are still breaking up.
Yeah, nothing. You can start. I was just saying we had to start broadcasting.
Oh, okay,
We
okay,
were
okay.
not
Yeah,
live.
yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. I saw that notification
You
now.
can start.
Okay, okay. So the fourth main topic will deal with the revelation of the fact that the truth of the microcosm, the individual, and the truth of the macrocosm, the total is one and the same. The essence or core is one and same. Like the essence of wave is water, the essence of the ocean is also water. Wave is microcosm, is macrocosm, but the truth of both is water, a single entity. The individual is like a wave, and the total is like a ocean, like the ocean. The essence is one. This is called the Jivatma Paramatma Aikyam, which means identity or oneness or the essential oneness of the microcosm and macrocosm. The recognition of oneness of this identity of the microcosm and the macrocosm is the central theme of Tattvabodha. All other Prakarana Granthas, the Bhagavad Gita, all the Upanishads, the Brahma Sutras, the Itihasa Puranas, essentially all scriptural literature which deal with the Advaita philosophy. The author commences the discussion of this topic with the following sentence: Stula Sharirabhimani जी जीवाना जीवनामकं ब्रह्मप्रतिबिम्बं भवति स एव जीवः प्रकृत्या स्वस् स्वस्मात् ईश्वरं भिन्नत्वेन जानाति अविद्योपाधि अविद्योपाधिः सन् आत्मा जीव इत्युच्यते मायोपाधिः सन् ईश्वर इत्युच्यते जीवा जीवाः ईश्वरः Jivaha Ishvara, the individual and the total. Before we analyze the text, we need to thoroughly understand the concept discussed under this topic. We have already learned that we have the macrocosm consisting of three areas of universe: casual, subtle, and gross, which are all made up of inert matter, and the three corresponding layers in microcosm, which are also inert. We have also seen that when all these processes were going on, when the evolution was taking place, nothing happens to Brahman. It is the presence of Brahman. It is in the presence of Brahman only that all this happen. But Brahman itself does not undergo any change or modification. Brahman is like the sun. The sun does not do any transaction, whereas on earth, the blessed by sun, in presence of sunlight, lot of transaction take place. However, the sunlight is itself not a participant in this transaction. Thus, Brahma Chaityam or Chaitanyam, sorry, it's thus Brahma Chaitanyam or Atma Chaitanyam, being changeless, formless, attributeless, etc., and without having any property like sound, taste, touch, etc., does not participate in these activities of creation. So, then what is the role of this Brahman? Once the three Once the three prapanchas, and three bodies, grass universe and the grass body, subtle universe and subtle body, causal universe and causal body have evolved, these material universes and bodies serve as means for the manifestation of the consciousness principle, Brahman, or for reflecting the Atma Chaitanya, like a mirror capable of reflecting the sunlight. Mirror does not have any light of its own, but when kept under the sun, it has a special capacity to reflect the light of the sun. Once the reflection is formed, that is, once the reflected sunlight is available on the mirror itself becomes a bright luminous object, even though on its own it is not bright or luminous. Only when the Surya Pratibhimbam or reflection is formed, the non bright becomes bright. It becomes so bright that when reflected light, we can even illuminate a dark room. The mirror is able to illuminate the dark room not with the original sunlight, but with its borrowed light. Similarly, when consciousness pervades the three universes and the three bodies, we get reflected consciousness or manifested consciousness in these six media. Causal body, subtle body, gross body become a medium to reflect the consciousness, and this matter, which is inert and naturally insentient, starts to behave as if it is insentient. The inert body becomes a live body. The life in the body, the sentiency of the body is not natural consciousness, but it is a borrowed consciousness, borrowed from Atma, the original consciousness. Since there are three bodies, there are three reflections. Let us try to understand this concept better with an illustration. Let us first consider the reflection in the causal body and label it reflecting medium number 1 or RM1. Let us consider the reflection in the causal body and label it reflecting medium 1 or RM1. Then let us label the reflection in the subtle body as RM2, reflecting medium 2. Similarly label the gross body as RM3. At the macro level, let us label the causal universe as RM4, the subtle universe as RM5, and the gross universe as RM6. So these are RM1, RM2, RM3 at the micro level, and RM4, RM5, and RM6 at the macro level. Since there are six reflecting media, there will be six reflection, but the original source will be the only one. For example, if we keep six mirrors under the sun, there will be six reflections of the sun, one in each mirror, but the main source, that is the sun, will be only one. Because the plurality of the reflecting media, there is plurality in the reflected consciousness also. Let us similarly label the reflecting consciousness also. Reflecting consciousness 1 will be the label for the reflected consciousness in RM1. Similarly, we will label the others as RC2, RC3, RC4, RC5, and RC6, corresponding to each RM. RC4 is the reflected consciousness manifest at the causal universe, the cosmic intelligence which unifies the cosmos. The Shastras accord a special name to each of these reflected consciousness. Asya Prajna, Taijasa, Vishwa, Antaryami, Hiranyagarbha, Virat. Of these, first three at the micro level and the last three at the macro level, and they all represent but one Atma alone. The reflections are many, but the original is one. Further, a micro reflection at the micro level consisting of Prajna, Taijasa, and Vishwa, all the three put together is called Jivatma. Thus, Jivatma is the name of the micro reflection group, whereas the macro reflection group comprising of Antaryami, Hiranyagarbha, and Virat is called Paramatma or Ishvara. So, Jivatma is also a reflection, and Paramatma is also a reflection. The original, the original is neither Jivatma nor Paramatma. The original is only Atma. In the micro medium, it is called Jivatma. In the macro medium, it is called Paramatma. Now, let us consider the nature and the sizes of this reflection. It goes without saying that the nature and size of the reflection will depend upon the reflected medium. Even if the original sun is big and bright, if the mirror is very small and too dirty, naturally the reflection will be small, and because of the dullness of the medium, the reflection will also be dull. So the reflection and the Jivatma is characterized by the by smallness in size and also dullness due to variety of problems that the body experiences. And therefore, Jivatma has got limited qualities. Sorry, or negative attribute like alpagnatvam, limited knowledge, or alpaishva, Aishwarat Alpaishwaratam power, etc. Whereas the very same consciousness is manifested or reflected in the macro medium, the cosmic intelligence, and it harmonizes the universe and maintains the planetary movement amongst other things. As a Jivatma, we are unable to control our own movements or even movement of traffic on the roads. Imagine the cosmic intelligence which maintains the cosmic movement of planet, the solar system, the galaxy, etc., which are all constantly moving. Imagine if two planets were to collide. We cannot even imagine. But they are all following the cosmic law very, very intelligently and accurately. This intelligent cosmic order not only organizes the physical laws of the universe by even the moral laws of dharma and dharma, including the jiva's birth and death. It determines what should be enjoyed by which jiva and when, and what should be suffered by which jiva and when. They are not accidental. Even a mosquito bite is not accidental. It is the punyam of the mosquito, and it's the small papam for us. Such moral laws, cosmic laws, are all very well maintained by cosmic intelligence, which is called Paramatma, which is the reflected consciousness at the macro medium level. And therefore, Paramatma's qualities are all superior qualities. Paramatma has got superior qualities are what just because of the superior medium, which is the macro medium. Atma by itself has no quality at all. The reflected ones alone get the attributed attributes of size and the reflected ones alone get the attributes of the size and the quality based on their own properties. From this, we can summarize that both Jivatma and Paramatma are distorted version. The distortion is that Atma, which does not have any quality, appears to have superior quality at the macro level on the one hand. The very same Atma appear to have inferior quality at the micro level. Both are but distortion. Another example we will make this very clear. Let us say you keep two mirrors in front of you. One is a convex mirror and another is a concave mirror. When you look into the two mirrors, you get the reflections of your face. Will the reflection be like the original or distorted? These reflections will not be the true reflections of the original face, but will be distorted. In the concave mirror, it will be a flat face, and in the convex mirror, it will be elongated face. The type of distortion will depend upon the type of the medium. There is the mirror, convex or concave. But the original face has no distortion at all. Thus, the Jivatma has got Nikrushta Gunaha, Paramatma has got Utkushta Gunaha, and Atma has no Gunaha. It is Nirgunaha. Thus, if we take the Jivatma and remove the distorting medium, and also take the Paramatma and remove the distorting medium, what will be left will only be Atma. And a wise person is one who calls God and says, "Oh God, you and I are one," and say, even though now I look miserable, the misery is not because of me, it is because of the distorting medium. Minus the medium, I am the Nirguna Atma. And if I remove the distorting medium from you, you will also be the Nirguna Atma. Therefore, both of us are in the essence Nirguna Atma only. I'm the same as you. Aham Brahmasmi. I am not worried because I have a distorted look. If I see my face in the convex mirror or the concave mirror, my face will look ugly. But I never worry about that because I know that even though the image look distorted, the distortion does not belong to the original face, which is undistorted. The distortion is only incidental and caused by the medium. Thus, the wise person realizes this reality and assimilates this as a fact when he says Aham Brahmasmi. And it is this knowledge of the self, the Tattvabodha, which is called Jivatma Paramatma Aikyam. The chart on the next page pictorially depicts the Jiva Ishvara Aikyam.
Okay, now we can. I have one important point to make. This we should not see us ourselves as the a Jivatma. That is actually we are we shouldn't take this example too seriously. Like when we think of, I personally had this mistake. There is one reflected Jivatma. There are many reflected Jivatma. We are just reflection. That kind of thought is correct, not correct. Actually, what there is only Atma alone is there. There is no one big Paramatma and then reflected Jivatma. That's not all not there. It's like the wave and the ocean. There is no, actually, there is no wave. Only the water alone is. So we have to understand in the same context that we are not something reflected Jiva or something, but this is all for the sake of example, for the sake of our understanding that Swami is putting. Uh,
Yeah, true. So you want to continue now?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Brahman, Atma, original consciousness. Then microcosm is reflected as RM1, and then RC1, Pratnya, Sukshma Sharira, subtle body. Pratnya, there is RM2 and RC2. Then Taijasa. Even and RM2, RM3 and RC. Yeah, in the macro level, we see Antaryami, Karana Prapancha, fossil universe, then Sukshma Prapancha, subtle universe, and the gross universe, Sthula Prapancha, Virat. Actually, there are no many identities. There is a Atma alone, but we are just for understanding, better understanding. We are taking because of Vidya, for understanding. We are taking this Antaryami and different levels, Ishvara and ourselves as different. And but ultimately, there is only one entity, that is Brahman, nothing else. Maya also is a dependent existence of Brahman, and it is the power of Brahman to manifest into the universe. But actually, Brahman does not undergo anything. Brahman does not reflect any medium because there is nothing else but Brahman. All that exists with Brahman. So Brahman cannot be reflected in anywhere. So I got this thought lots of times when I first had about this, that we are reflected like Brahman. Yeah, compared the Brahman to sun, and then we think of myself as a reflection. That is not correct. For that, we need to understand that ocean and mm, wave example. But actually, what we call wave is only an appearance. Appearance to us, we are naming it as wave, but actually, all that is water only. So, same way, only Paramatma exists. Only Ishvara exists, or Brahman exists. What we are seeing as Paramatma and ourselves as Jiva is due to our avidya. And for understanding it is so like that.
Yeah, true.
Uh, Now, if you look at the chart of Jiva Ishvara Aikyam, Brahman, the original consciousness is labeled as OC. So Atma is OC. Then on the left, we have Karana Shariram or causal body labeled as RM1. And the reflected consciousness is called RC1. The Shastras, Karna Shariram, causal body labeled as RM1, and reflected consciousness is called RC1. The Shastras have named it Pratnya. Again, on the left side, in the middle portion, Sukshma Shariram or subtle body. is RM2 and the reflected consciousness is RC2. This is called Taijasa. At the bottom side of the side, Stula Shariram, the gross body is RM3 and the reflected consciousness is RC3 and it is called Vishwa. The reflected media also depicted a grey in color, implying impurities, the distortions. And Prajna, Taijasa, and Vishwa together are called Jiva. Therefore, when we are a Jiva, we mean the distorted consciousness, which is manifesting through our causal, subtle, and gross body. Now let us look at the right side. First, we have Karana Prabanja or causal universe, which is also known as Maya or Avidya. Then that is Weber leveled RM4 and reflected consciousness RC4, and it is called Antaryami. The Sukshma Prapancha, the subtle world is RM5 and the corresponding RC5 and it is called Hiranyagarbha. The Sthula Prapancha or the gross world is RM6, reflected consciousness RC6 and it is called Virat. All the RMs are pure white, depicting that there are no distortions in these media. So Antaryami, Hiranyagarbha and Virat put together are Ishvara or Atma. After the analysis, what do we find? Are these two, Jivatma and Paramatma, the same or different? If you look at each of them through the distorting medium, they will be different because the medium is bound to distort because of its own qualities. The Paramatma may have superior qualities and Jivatma may have inferior qualities. Therefore, the difference between the two is caused by distortions, caused by the medium like reflection of the face in the convex and concave mirror. But in actual fact, there is no distortion in the original face. Similarly, the original essence of both Jivatma and Paramatma is Atma only, and it is one and the same. This is what I was saying that ultimately this example is just for our understanding. And Jivatma and Paramatma is same. Only one Atma is there. There is no separate Jivatmas. And now let us understand the text. स्थूलशरीराभिमानी जीवनामकं ब्रह्म प्रतिबिम्बः भवति. Jivanamaka means the Atma which is named as Jiva. Brahma Pratibimbam Bhavati is only reflection of original Brahman or Atma. Sthula Sharirabhimani obtaining in the Sthula Sharira. We have to include the other two also. That is Sukshma and Karana Sharirabhimani. And not only is the Jivatma dull, not even it does not even know that it is original consciousness reflected in the medium of the body. Even this truth, the Jivatma is ignorant of. It mistakes distorted version of its original nature. This ignorance is the cause of samsara and it suffers because of this problem. Sa eva jiva. Sa eva jiva. This confused Jivatma looks at the Paramatma, which is also a distorted reflection and confuses reflection of Paramatma as its original nature. And he does not realize that Paramatma is also a distorted version. As long as we are absorbed in the distorted versions, we will always see different images. We will swear that they are different. We need to assimilate the fact that the original is undistorted Atma and that both the distorted images are incidental attributes and they don't belong to the Atma. The author continues. Tasmat Prakritya by his own ignorance. Ishwaram Bhinnatve Janati. He looks at Paramatma as different from his own self. That is Jivatma. This is called Jivatma Paramatma Veda. This ignorance is at the root of Dvaita philosophy. It is called dualistic philosophy, which proclaims that Jivatmas are all ordinary mortals and he, the great Lord, is the Mahaparamatma. He is the creator and we are all his creations. He is the master and we are all his servants. All these confusions arise because we compare our distorted inferior quality and then the Paramatma's distorted superior quality. That is why the perceived differences. According to the Advaita philosophy, the Paramatma is neither master nor are we servants. They appear to be so only from the standpoint of medium. Then goes on to define Jivatma. He says Avidyopadihi and Atma Jiva Ityuchyate. Avidya Shariram, which includes the Stula Sukshma Shariram also. We can therefore consider Avidya here as Shariratraya. Upadi means medium. So Avidyopadi and Atma means the Atma appearing or reflecting in the micro medium Jiva Ityuchyate is called Jiva. Similarly, for Paramatma, he says Mayopadihi and Ishvara Ityuchyate. Reflected in Maya, the Karana Prapancha, in which we should include Sukshma Prapancha and Sthula Prapancha also. We can therefore consider Mayopadihi as Prapancha Traya, the macro medium. Mayopadihi Sun, so Mayopadihi Sun means appearing in the macro medium, Ishvara Ityuchyate is called Ishvara or Paramatma. So Ishvara is omniscient, omnipotent, all love, all compassion, all the beauty, etc. Everything that is supremely beautiful. We poor souls have diametrically opposite qualities. But the author wants to point out that even though we seem to be different, the differences are only superficial and incidental. Essentially and intrinsically, Jivatma and Paramatma are one. This knowledge is called Jivatma Paramatma Aikya. This is foundation principle. This is the foundation principle of Advaita philosophy. At this stage, it is quite natural for questions like, "What will I get if I gain this knowledge? Will it solve any of my day-to-day problems, family problems, national problems, religious problems? What will I get out of this knowledge, etc." are bound to arise. Before the author deals with these questions, he wants to explain what one could lose by not gaining this knowledge. एवं उपाधि भेद जीवेश्वर भेद दृष्टि यावत् पर्यन्तं तिष्ठति तावत् पर्यन्तं जन्म मरणादि रूप संसारो न निवर्तते तस्मात् कारणात् जीवेश्वर्योर भेद बुद्धिः स्वीकार्या. Why do the human beings suffer in life? Suffering is not caused by the events in life. Sufferings are not caused by the planetary position in life, but sufferings are caused by the wrong perceptions, misconceptions, based on the ignorance and misunderstanding of the distorted versions of Jivatma and Paramatma. So he says, Evam, in this manner, Upadhi Veda, because of the differences in the medium, the wrong perception, the Jivatma and Ishvara are different. Because of these differences in medium, wrong perception that Jivatma and Ishvara are different. In this context means wrong vision, misunderstanding, misconception. Yavat Paryandam Tishtadi. As long as this misconception continues in life, Yavat Paryandam, till such time, Janma Maranadi Rupa Samsaro, this samsara, which is characterized by repeated birth and death. The author uses the word Adi, means and the like, and which includes all like old age, disease, separation from near and dear ones, etc. All these problems put together is called samsara. Na nivartade, will never go away. Tasmat karana, because of that reason. Jiveshwaryor Jiveshwarayor Veda Buddhihi, the misconception of difference between Jivatma and Paramatma, this divisive vision, na svikarya, never accept, never entertain. Let us ask ourselves if all our problems are internal or external. All sorry, a person having cataract in his eyes said that the light in the room was very dull and the brightness should be increased. With any amount of increase in brightness, with any amount of increase in the brightness improve his sight. Then there was a case of the deaf person who accused people of not eating properly, because of which their voices were very feeble. This, this is what we tend to do for all our problems. We do not realize that the problem actually lies within us. We go on, we go on attributing the for all our problems to some external person or reason. There is no point in attacking the world. We have to change our misconception. This is what Vedanta says. We are the problem, and we are, and so the solution also has to be in us only. Changing the people, the family, society are all struggles in the wrong direction. Solution attempted in the wrong direction will not succeed. That is why all human beings are unhappy throughout their life, because they are always, as idiomatic expressions goes, barking up the wrong tree. We should never see the distance we should never see a distance between us and God. The greater perception of the distance, deeper will the problem of samsara. Lesser the distance, the lesser will be problems of samsara. No distance, the samsara will disappear. The state of no distance is called aikya. But how does one do that? How to change the misconception? How will we remove our distorted misconception? The author provides the answer in the next chapter. Mahavakya, the great equation. Nanu sam,
Shamu bhai.
nanu samkhara sam.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry to interrupt. I was telling, like, I think we can stop here for today. I think it's going to
Yeah.
be very good topic. I think, like, if more people can join, I think that will be good for everyone.
Yeah.
Like, since
Yeah.
like it's going to talk about this removal of misconception, which is very important. I think if other can also join,
Yeah.
that would be good. Like, anyway, today also we
Yeah.
made good progress. So let's continue with Mahavakyam from the next week.
Yeah. So
Okay.
this, yeah.
Okay. Thanks.